Hey Cancer, grab your favorite drink and settle in, because I just did a reading for you, and honestly, I need to talk about what came through. The energy right now is absolutely wild, and I think you're going to want to hear every single word of this. So, I shuffled my deck with your sign in mind, and the cards that jumped out were intense. I'm talking about the kind of reading where halfway through I had to pause because the message was so clear. This isn't about someday or maybe, this is about right now. Like within days kind of timing. Let me start from the beginning, because the way this unfolded was really something. The first card that came out was the Seven of Cups, and you know what? I almost laughed because this card is so you right now. You've been dreaming about something for what feels like forever, and I don't mean casual daydreaming. I mean those late night moments where you're staring at the ceiling thinking about what your life could be. Maybe it's a specific person, maybe it's a life situation. Maybe it's something you want so badly you're almost afraid to admit how much you want it. The Seven of Cups showed up reversed in some positions and upright in others during this reading, which tells me you've been going back and forth between hope and doubt. Some days you're like, yes, this is possible. And other days you're thinking I'm being ridiculous. This will never happen. The cups are all these different visions and possibilities floating in front of you. But here's what the universe wants you to know. One of those cups is real. Not all of them are illusions. One of those dreams you've been holding on to is about to materialize in your physical reality, and it's going to happen so fast you might actually need a moment to process it. What I'm seeing with this card is that you've been in the space of multiple possibilities for a while now. You've had options, you've had ideas, you've had these glimpses of what could be, but nothing felt solid enough to reach for. Everything felt like it might dissolve if you grabbed it too hard. The energy has been kind of frustrating actually, like you can see the potential but you can't quite touch it yet. But something is shifting, and that shift is happening in days. I'm not talking weeks or months. I'm talking about you waking up very soon and something clicking into place that makes one of these dreams suddenly, completely, undeniably achievable. The fog is lifting, the confusion is clearing, and you're going to see with crystal clarity which path is yours to take. Then the sun came through, and I actually got chills. The sun is card 20 in the deck, and it's literally one of the most positive cards in the entire tarot system. This is pure joy, pure success, pure yes energy. When the sun shows up, it's telling you that whatever has been hidden is about to be revealed. Whatever has been dark is about to be illuminated. Whatever has been stuck is about to break free into this beautiful open space of possibility. For you, Cancer, this feels like coming out of a really long tunnel. You've been in the shadows for a while, dealing with uncertainty, dealing with disappointment maybe, dealing with situations that didn't work out the way you hoped. But the sun is rising on your situation, and everything is about to be bathed in this warm golden light of clarity and happiness. The specific message I'm getting is that this is about a wish fulfillment. Something you've wished for, prayed for, visualized, journaled about, cried about. It's coming true. And it's not coming true in some small disappointing way. It's coming true in a way that's going to make you feel like a kid on the best day of their life. The sun represents that innocent, pure, uncomplicated happiness. No strings attached, no hidden catches, just genuine joy. I see you in the very near future having this moment where you just want to laugh, or cry, or both, because you can't believe this is actually happening. You might want to tell everyone, or you might want to keep it sacred and private for a bit. But either way, the happiness is going to be real and huge. What's interesting is the sun also talks about truth and transparency. So whatever is coming to you, there's nothing hidden about it. This isn't a situation where you'll be wondering about someone's motives or questioning if it's too good to be true. Everything will be clear. Everything will be out in the open. Everything will be exactly what it appears to be. For a Cancer who sometimes worries and overthinks, this is going to be such a relief. You won't have to read between the lines or protect yourself or wonder if you're being naive. The energy is just clean and bright and honest. Next card. Six of Swords. And this is where the timing really got specific for me. Six of Swords is about transition and movement. It's about leaving something behind and moving towards something better. The imagery usually shows someone in a boat crossing water, moving from rough seas to calmer shores. For your situation, Cancer, this is confirmation that you're literally in the process of moving from one chapter to another right now. You're in the boat, you're in transit. The old shore is behind you, even if you can still see it. And the new shore is ahead of you, getting closer with each passing moment. What really struck me about this card in your reading is that the movement is gentle, but it's also definite. You're not being thrown around, you're being guided. There's a sense of peace with this transition, even if part of you is nervous about leaving the familiar behind. The Six of Swords says you don't have to force anything or push anything or make anything happen through sheer willpower. You just have to stay in the boat and trust the journey. The current is already carrying you where you need to go. The timing aspect of this card is what made me say days instead of weeks or months. Six of Swords indicates swift movement once it begins. You might have felt stuck for a long time, but once this energy kicks in fully, things are going to move fast. Like you'll look back in a week and barely recognize where you were compared to where you are. The mental shift alone is going to be dramatic. You're going to go from uncertainty to knowing, from confused to clear, from waiting to receiving, and it's all happening in this very compressed time frame. Then Nine of Pentacles showed up, and I literally said out loud, oh yes. Nine of Pentacles is the card of independence, self-sufficiency, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. This is you standing in your own garden that you cultivated, surrounded by beauty and abundance that you created. What this tells me about your miracle is that it's not just something being handed to you randomly. It's something you've actually been building toward, even if you didn't realize it. All those times you chose yourself, all those times you did the hard work, all those times you kept going even when you wanted to give up, that was you planting seeds. And now those seeds are about to bloom in the most gorgeous way. Asterisk Nine of Pentacles has this energy of deserving. You deserve this miracle that's coming. You've earned it through your resilience, through your growth, through your willingness to keep your heart open even when it was hard. The universe isn't giving you something random. The universe is giving you exactly what you've been preparing for. And the beautiful thing about Nine of Pentacles is that it's about enjoying your abundance without needing anyone else to validate it. This blessing is yours. You don't need anyone's permission to receive it, or celebrate it, or be grateful for it. There's also a financial or material component with this card. So whatever miracle is manifesting might have a tangible physical element to it. Maybe it's related to your living situation improving, or resources becoming available, or opportunities opening up that have real-world practical benefits. It's not just emotional or spiritual, though those dimensions are definitely present too. It's also something you can see and touch and experience in your daily physical reality. Five of Swords came next, and this card made me pause because it has a different energy than the others. Five of Swords is about conflict and winning, but often winning at a cost. What I'm picking up for you though is that this card is actually showing you what you're leaving behind. You've been in situations where you felt like you had to fight or defend yourself or prove yourself. You've dealt with people who were competitive with you or undermined you or created unnecessary drama. You might have even won some of those battles, but it didn't feel good because the whole dynamic was exhausting. The message here is that your miracle involves walking away from all of that energy. You're done fighting. You're done engaging with people or situations that drain you. You're choosing peace over being right. And that choice is actually what's opening the door for your blessing to come through. Five of Swords can also indicate that someone who opposed you or doubted you is going to see your success and have to sit with that. But here's the thing. By the time your miracle manifests, you won't even care about their reaction. You'll be so fulfilled and happy that proving anything to anyone will be the furthest thing from your mind. This card is basically saying that your elevation is the best response to any negativity you've experienced. You don't have to clap back or defend yourself or explain anything. Your life improving dramatically is all the statement you need to make. Asterisk. The Chariot appeared, and this brought so much momentum, energy to the reading. The Chariot is card number 8, and it's about victory, determination, and controlled forward movement. When the Chariot shows up after the other cards, it's like you've been in preparation mode, you've been in waiting mode, but you're shifting into action and manifestation mode. The Chariot doesn't mess around. When this card is present, things happen. What I love about the Chariot for you is that it shows you in the driver's seat. You're not a passive recipient of whatever comes your way. You're actively steering toward your miracle. Yes, the universe is supporting you, and yes, there's divine timing involved. But you also have agency here. You're making choices that align you with your blessing. You're saying yes to opportunities. You're showing up for yourself. You're moving with intention even if you're not totally sure where you're going. The Chariot says trust your instincts because they're guiding you perfectly right now. There's also a message about balance with this card. The Chariot is usually pulled by two sphinxes or horses moving in harmony. For your situation, this might mean balancing different aspects of your life, or integrating different parts of yourself, or finding the sweet spot between effort and surrender. You're learning to hold multiple truths at once. You're learning to be strong and soft, active and receptive, confident and humble. That balanced energy is what's going to carry you across the finish line into your miracle. Wheel of Fortune came through next, and I actually got goosebumps because this is the card of fate and destiny and divine timing. Wheel of Fortune is literally the universe saying your time has come. The wheel has been turning and turning. Sometimes you were at the bottom. Sometimes you were climbing up. But now you're reaching the top of the cycle. This is your moment. This is your season. Everything that needed to align is aligning. Every person who needed to be in place is in place. Every lesson you needed to learn has been learned. The cosmic tumblers are clicking into position, and the door is about to swing wide open. Wheel of Fortune also confirms what I said earlier about days. This card moves fast. When the wheel turns, it turns. You could be in a completely different reality within 72 hours. Within a week maximum. What feels impossible today could be your lived experience by this time next week. I'm not exaggerating. This is genuinely the energy of rapid transformation and sudden shifts that change everything. The other thing about Wheel of Fortune is that it's beyond your control in the best possible way. You can't force the wheel to turn. You can't manipulate the timing. You just have to trust that it's all unfolding perfectly. And for a Cancer who likes to feel secure and in control sometimes, this requires a leap of faith. But the message is so clear. Let go and let the universe do its thing. Your miracle is bigger than anything you could orchestrate on your own. Divine intervention is real, and it's working in your favor right now. Six of Cups appeared, and this card made me emotional, honestly. Six of Cups is about innocence, nostalgia, childhood, and pure-hearted connections. What this tells me is that your miracle has a quality of returning to something you once knew or believed in. Maybe when you were younger you had dreams that felt so real and possible, and then life happened and you started to think maybe those dreams were childish or unrealistic. But Six of Cups says no. Those dreams were real and they're coming back to you now in mature form. You're getting to experience that innocent joy and belief again, but this time with adult resources and wisdom to actually build something lasting. There might also be a literal connection to your past with this card. Someone from your history could reappear, or a situation that mirrors something from your earlier life could present itself. Or you might find yourself in a place that feels familiar and comforting. Six of Cups has this sweetness to it, this gentleness, this sense of being loved and cared for. Your miracle isn't going to feel harsh or overwhelming. It's going to feel like coming home. It's going to feel right in a way that makes your whole body relax. For some of you, this could specifically relate to family or roots or where you come from. Maybe your miracle involves connecting more deeply with family, or creating your own family, or honoring your heritage in some way. Cancer is the sign of home and belonging after all, so this makes perfect sense. You're building, or discovering, or returning to a sense of belonging that's going to anchor you emotionally in the most beautiful way. High Priestess came through, and this is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. The High Priestess is about intuition, hidden knowledge, and trusting what you know deep down, even if you can't explain how you know it. The presence of this card tells me that on some level, you already know your miracle is coming. You've felt it. You've sensed it. You've had those moments where you just KNEW, something was shifting even though you couldn't see evidence yet. The High Priestess is confirming that your intuition has been spot on. Trust every hit you've gotten. Trust every feeling you've had. Trust those moments where you felt inexplicably hopeful or certain. You weren't making it up. You were tuning into the truth that was already forming in the unseen realms. The High Priestess also suggests that not everything about your miracle will be immediately obvious or public. There's a private sacred quality to what's developing. You might know something is happening before anyone else does. You might be holding a secret or a truth that isn't ready to be shared yet, and that's perfect actually, because it gives you time to adjust to your new reality before the rest of the world catches up. There's power in keeping some things to yourself while they're still forming. This card also speaks to the spiritual dimension of what you're experiencing. Your miracle isn't just happening on the material plane, it's happening in your consciousness and your energy field too. You're awakening to deeper truths about yourself and your path. You're accessing wisdom that was always within you but maybe got buried under doubt or fear or other people's opinions. The High Priestess says go inward. Listen to that quiet voice. Pay attention to your dreams and signs and synchronicities. The universe is speaking directly to you through the language of symbols and feelings and knowing. Last card. And honestly, this was perfect. The Empress. The Empress is card number 3 and she represents abundance, fertility, creation, and nurturing. This is the ultimate manifestation card. The card that says everything you've been gestating is ready to be born. The Empress doesn't represent potential or possibility. She represents actual tangible abundance that you can experience with all 5 senses. This is your miracle taking full physical form. This is the dream becoming real. This is the invisible becoming visible. The Empress energy is lush and generous and full. There's a sense of overflow with this card. Not just barely enough, but more than enough. Your miracle isn't going to be some small consolation prize. It's going to be the real deal in all its fullness. Whether this is about love or creativity or material resources or all of the above, you're entering a time of genuine plenty. The desert season is over. You're walking into the garden, and everything is ripe and ready for you to enjoy. Asterisk. What's beautiful about ending with the Empress is that she's also about self-worth and knowing your value. You're not going to accept crumbs anymore. You're not going to settle for less than you deserve anymore. UKNOW. You're worth now, and you're only available for experiences and people, and opportunities that reflect that worth back to you. The Empress sits on her throne completely comfortable in her power, completely unapologetic about her desires, completely open to receiving all the goodness the universe wants to give her. That's you right now, Cancer. That's who you're becoming. That's the energy you're embodying as your miracle unfolds. So let me bring this all together because I know that was a lot. You have 10 major cards and minor cards here, all pointing to the same message. 7 of Cups says your dream is about to get real. The Sun says pure joy and truth are flooding your life. 6 of Swords says you're in transition right now, moving toward better. 9 of Pentacles says you deserve this and you've earned it. 5 of Swords says you're done with conflict and choosing peace. The Chariot says momentum is building and you're in control of your direction. Wheel of Fortune says the timing is perfect and changes are happening fast. 6 of Cups says this miracle has a sweetness and innocence that will heal your heart. High Priestess says trust your intuition because you already know this is real. The Empress says abundance is manifesting in full form. The timeline I'm getting is days, not months, not even weeks, but days. Something is going to click, or shift, or arrive, or be revealed within the next several days that's going to confirm everything this reading is saying. You're going to have a moment where you're like, oh my god, this is really happening, and then it's going to keep building from there. By the end of this week, or very early next week, you could be living in a completely different emotional and possibly physical reality than you are right now. I want you to stay open, Cancer. I want you to just to be open to receiving what's trying to come to you. The universe has been arranging all the pieces behind the scenes, and now the delivery is about to be made. All you have to do is be willing to accept it, to say yes to it, to let it in. That's it. Your miracle is already packaged and addressed to you. It's already in transit. It's already on its way. I hope this reading resonated with you, Cancer, because the energy coming through was so strong and so specific. This isn't vague, maybe someday energy. This is concrete, imminent manifestation energy. Your life is about to change in a really beautiful way, and I'm honestly excited for you. You've been through it, you've stayed faithful, you've kept believing even when it was hard, and now you're about to see why all of that was worth it. If you felt this reading, let me know. I love hearing from you all about how these messages land and what unfolds for you after. And keep watching, because I do these readings regularly, and you never know when the next one is going to have exactly the message you need to hear. Sending you so much love and all the best energy for your miracle to arrive smoothly and perfectly. You've got this, Cancer.